Latona third place at 133 pounds.
And now over here on mat 2, we head to the 149 third place bout, where we've got Sherman and Jarod Verkleeren. Sherman of North Carolina, Verkleeren, University of Virginia. Singlet change for him since the last we saw him.
And
it's the same scenario, 3 automatic qualifiers to the NCAAs. So the winner books their ticket.
You got to think, after, conference and NCAA tournament weekend, the wrestling managers that's probably their least favorite week of the year. Right? They've got to do so much laundry. These guys have worn 3 different singlets today. Right? If you're a manager, during the week, you got to wash one singlet, one set of singlets. These guys, 30 different singlets today. So, shout out to all the wrestling managers out there. We appreciate,
for sure,
everything you do for the sport. So, kind of crazy here, you think.
Well, Sherman might have something in his eye. Did he get poked?
Yeah, look like a little poke to the eye. A weight here, only 3 automatic qualifiers, and the 2 guys in the ACC Championship are true freshmen. Caleb Henson or Jackson Harrington. I don't believe he's got a red shirt under his belt, but Caleb Henson.
Young guys. Your point stands. Young guys.
And then you got 2 veterans here, right? Verkleeren. He's been in college so long, he lost all his hair. And then Sherman, former All-American, right? So 2 of these guys battling it out for a spot just to go to nationals.
Very deliberate here in the first. I imagine that'll be a common theme here in these third place bouts.
Yeah, a little tense, right? There's a little bit at stake here. You got a lot to, not that every match isn't important, right? But certainly.
Well, you've been in those shoes. You put that kind of pressure on yourself, right? When you go into a season, setting those goals. And
I would like to. I never wrestled at the conference tournaments. I'd like to set the record straight there. I've never been in this position. I've watched a lot
as
of these.
a competitor.
I get what you mean. Oh, and a nice re-attack. So Verkleeren kind of went for, Sherman kind of went for something, like a slide by or something, and Verkleeren caught. Oh, and there it is. Wow, so elegantly, Coach Garland throws the brick, and he throws it. He looks at the ref and says, 2 points. That was 2 points.
Well, that's what Verkleeren said, too. You saw him pop up, and he motioned the 2 fingers.
Yeah.
So they will have another look at this.
And I don't know. I can't call it one way or the other if that was that was certainly not 2 by what the referee said. But I think it was so close. Like he captured an ankle, maybe 2. And something I have greatly appreciated at the ACC tournament is third-party review, right? No one. So let's see here. Snags. Verkleeren stays in. Sherman tries to scoot the corner. And this is the exact position we saw Latona score 2 takedowns right there. That's, if we're going by the book,
I see what their argument is, because
we just saw that called.
Yeah, and Verkleeren, by the end of this, does get that second ankle.
Right hand comes across. 2 points right there. He's on his hip, both legs captured. But I don't know, I could never be a referee. I'm way too subjective. And I try to give my knowledge in the situation, but.
So worth noting, the call was that there was no takedown.
Right, so there has to be evidence that supports that there is a takedown, which I believe there was. And by the length of this, it seems as if we have something to support. But kind of what I was saying earlier, I really appreciate that the ACC has a third-party review. They have an official takedown, right?
They gave it the takedown.
They got that call right. I really believe that was a correct call.
Well, and like you illustrated it well, it's exactly what we saw with Sam Latona of Virginia Tech on 2 occasions just in the last bout.
Coach Garland, like, give me my brick back. That's one guy that he doesn't lack for passion. He has a great time. He puts his heart into this. And very grateful for the opportunities that Coach Garland and his staff has allowed me over the last several years, and getting to know this UVA team and just seeing how animated he is as a coach.
Quick caution there.
Oh, so it should be near fall. And looking for danger. Sherman gets a reversal.
Wow. 2-point takedown for Zach Sherman.
And a great job. Sherman kept moving, looked to put Verkleeren in danger.
That's a big swing. That was a big swing just in a quick snapshot there. Ties it at 2. Now Sherman ready to go from the top. Verkleeren trying to escape. Unable to get the point.
Oh, and I've seen Sherman hit that tilt to, several times today. Offsides, he goes claw. So say he throws his left hand on the claw, left hand on the claw. He's going to throw his left knee underneath, and then his right foot goes straight. It's almost like, when you go behind your friend and you kneel down, someone pushed them over and you tabletop them. It's kind of like that same concept, like one trips them, or one blocks them and one trips them, and you just pull them into a crab position.
Escape for Verkleeren. So a 1-point lead here in the second.
And you can hear Verkleeren's mom just encouraging him from the stands, just over my right shoulder, so a little bit in my ear, but
it's well intended. It's good nature.
It is, and I love a passionate wrestling mom. You don't want to mess with them.
Verkleeren shoots. It's on top of Sherman, and they've held him up. Sherman looked to hurt his left arm.
No.
Yeah, that does not look good. Great job on the officials' part getting that stopped.
Looks like his shoulder popped out. And that sends, for someone who's had 3 shoulder surgeries, that sends chills down my spine. And the look of Coach Coleman Scott says it all. You feel for these athletes, right? They put their heart and soul into this. They sacrifice so much, and you know, you've got 4 minutes of wrestling to make it to the NCAA tournament.
Sherman was able to lift up his arm when they had him demonstrate that motion. And Sherman's going to keep going. That looked like a gruesome injury. Not to say it wasn't, but he's going to grit through whatever it was.
Yeah, and that just shows you wrestlers are warriors.
How much of that there from Coach Scott was trying to inspire him, or how much of it was, are you sure you're good? Looks like a pretty intense few words exchanged there. Sherman allows Verkleeren to escape. Now a 4-2 lead.
As, to answer your question, Coleman Scott probably didn't have to say much. He probably just gave him that look that was like, you'll sleep when you're dead, right? Like, you know, you go out there and do what you can.
There's 2 more for Verkleeren.
And you could just tell, how does that lock? I would challenge that if I was. I don't think he locked hands. I don't know how he could have.
Well, it's 1 point awarded to Sherman. We saw Sherman with that shoulder he just hurt, sort of pressing against Verkleeren. I think that was giving the space that you're talking about that prevented the locking of hands. 1 more point for Sherman, and he's got it within 2 as we close out the second.
Sherman, he's got the heart of a lion. I mean, I know how painful what he's going through is. I mean, he's still battling. He's not conceding an inch.
Verkleeren rolls him over. Nothing there yet. And Sherman
gets it.
Ties it at 6 in the 3rd. What a battle. There's 2 more for Verkleeren. He retakes the lead.
And this is just back and forth.
And out of bounds it goes.
And he just drops him right to that shoulder. That did not look like, that looked painful.
Sherman right back up, not so much as a wince. Coleman Scott looks on. Sherman will try to escape here and pull it within 1.
And that was another locking hands. The official missed it. So 8-7, a minute to go.
Riding time will not be a factor.
And Verkleeren just kept them feet running.
One of our tightest bouts today. What resilience.
Just
Sherman.
The look on Sherman's face, he's like, I will not be denied. This is why wrestling is the greatest sport in the world. You just, see the drive, and
Sherman got that leg.
And a good scramble. He stops him there.
And a stalemate for a reset.
And a great job by Verkleeren. Just knew the position, knew what he had to do. Now he's got to move his feet.
Sherman trying low a couple times.
Nice shot by Verkleeren. 20 to go. And Verkleeren in a position he likes to be. Now wisely gets his backside to the edge, and Sherman got one last shot. Go for it. And
Nothing there for Sherman. Verkleeren comes away with the victory. Nice sign of respect. And the hug, the pat on the back. Sherman understandably
the agony of defeat.
Wow, that was some match. 8-7. Jarod Verkleeren finishes third in the ACC and seals a trip to Tulsa.
Congratulations to Jarod Verkleeren.